Hi guys, and welcome to a video drop log by RuneScape, and today I'm going to be showing you a total of 100 drops from the new next boss, that is the Zaros boss. So in the background you'll see playing just a sequence of all 100 drops that I saw. Now it's not all the drops I've seen, some of them just weren't recorded or I missed the recording. But the 100 that I did record, you'll see here. Now, unfortunately, I obviously uploaded the video before of the Torva full helm drop. If you wanted to see more unique items from this boss, unfortunately, I didn't actually see any or receive any myself. But I'm hoping to continue killing the next and try and get you some more footage of some awesome drops that I'm sure you will want to see. Okay, so I want to just sort of discuss the different drops that you're seeing coming up on the screen now, and discuss the drops that Nex actually gives. So some of the more common items that you'll get are similar to ones that you'll receive in normal God Wars bosses. So obviously all the other 4 bosses you'll receive 20k coins, and that's a reasonably common drop. It's not too common, and obviously it's a pretty lame drop because it's only 20k, and most of the other drops are around about 500k or even more. So you don't really want to receive too many of them, but that is one of the drops. But a really common one, and I find, well, at least for me, that this one's dropped the most frequently, is the Zaradomin Brew drop, which is 30 noted brews, which is about 300k. But unfortunately, it's noted, so you can't share it out with your team. So you do get other pots like Super Restores, but again, it's noted. I hope they change this, because it means that you could last a good couple more kills just if you get a couple of those drops. So really would be worthwhile them changing it to be unnoted. Other drops are pretty good value, so you get stuff like 4,000 pure essence as a common drop. Other common drops: 200 magic logs, 500 coal, 30 runite ore, 200 green dragon hides. All of these, they're sort of around the 300 to 500k mark. So if you're thinking like, is this worthwhile to kill? Like, yes, the supply costs are high, but that's only at the minute, because you might not get that many kills per trip because we don't know necessarily the best technique to kill it. However, we may discover better techniques in the future, and hopefully we will, and so we can kill more in one trip and make it more cost effective. So continuing with the common drops, there is the Onyx Bolts, 250 Onyx Bolts. Now, the Corporeal Beast, which is the sort of previous main boss to this, drops Onyx Bolts as well, but only drops 175, so he drops more of those, and that's about a 2.2 mil drop. And then that's pretty much it for the common drops. Some sort of more uncommon drops that you may see very occasionally. He'll drop things like gems, or he can drop herbs. He can drop 10 grimy toadstools. He can drop, in one drop, he'll drop 50 noted avantoes, 50 grimy dwarf weeds in the same drop, so that's quite a good value drop. He can also drop a number of seeds, and you can drop the 5 magic seed drop, which you'll see a few times. Now that's well over a mil, so that's a really good drop to get, or even just a miss to get loot share points. And again, he drops 5 toadstool seeds, which are similar value, and it's well over a mil, so definitely some good loot share points to be had there. Now, obviously, with it being just a boss monster as usual, you can get items off the rare drop table. Now, if you're not sure what the rare drop table is, this is the universal rare drop table. So this is the things that include the shield left half, dragon med helm, tooth half of keys, chaos talismans, nature talismans, lore runes, things like that. You probably, if you're familiar to boss and you'll know these drops, you'll get them, and you'll usually be quite perplexed because it's quite a rare drop, and you'll get like 5 rune javelins. You'll be like, what's that drop? I don't usually get that. So yeah, it's just, they're the kind of rare drop table items. These are the only items that are actually affected by the Ring of Wealth. So if you were thinking about asking, does the Ring of Wealth help? First of all, the Ring of Wealth has no use if you're in a loot share team. So if you're, or that is loot share or coin share. So if you're coming to this boss and using the loot share system, don't use a Ring of Wealth, because it doesn't affect your chances whatsoever. And even if you were doing free for all, I wouldn't advise it, because it doesn't actually increase the drop rate of the different armor pieces, which is the stuff you want. And JaGeX have confirmed this in a number of sort of development blog posts and things. So yeah, just don't use it. It's definitely confirmed that it only affects these items in the rare drop table. So moving on to sort of the actual unique drops that Nex has is the 10 different items that he does drop, which includes a full set of mage, range, and melee armor. So this is the Torva, which is the melee armor. Now it's the Torva helm, plate, and legs. Now you would have seen, I think it was around about kill 15 or 16, I saw a Torva full helm, which you saw in the previous drop video, which was just 5 kills that I had. And yeah, so Torva is the melee set, and it requires level 80 defense to wield. It has very similar stats to Bando's in terms of the fact it has the same amount of prayer bonus per piece, and it has the same strength bonus. However, don't be put off by this because the defense bonuses are much better, like nearly 1.5 times as good. And added to that is the fact that it has the life point boosting effect, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So you've got the Pernix, which is the range gear. So you've got your Pernix top, Pernix chaps, and your Pernix cowl. So that would be basically a direct replacement for what is Amardial at the minute. And so that was currently the best range gear, but now you've got this Pernix, which has slightly increased stats. It's not maybe as much of an increase on the stat bonuses as Torva is, defensive wise, but it's still obviously the best gear in the game, and so it's going to be definitely worth having, and it's something that I really want to get. And for mages out there, it's the Virtus robes that you're going to want to get. It drops the Virtus mask, the Virtus robe top, and the Virtus robe legs. So that's your set of mage gear. Now, no matter what set you have, or even if you have a different combination of pieces, so say if you had a Torva full helm, Pernix body, and Virtus robe legs, if you have those 3 pieces on, you will have the full effect of the life point boosting effect. So the life point boosting effect is if you wear any of the helms, it will give you 66 life points above your maximum. If you wear any of the plate bodies, it will give 200 life points above your maximum, and this is the best piece, the 200. And then the plate legs or robe legs or chaps, they will give you 134 above your maximum life points. So added together, it will give a total of 400, meaning that your maximum life points can go up to 1,390 if you have 99 HP. Obviously, you only need level 80 HP to wield them, but assuming that you say have 99 HP, you can go up to a maximum of 1,390. Now, you don't actually instantly heal this when you put the armor on. JaGeX have stated this. You actually have to eat up. So if you do own this armor, very unlikely, but if you're lucky enough to own this armor, obviously when you wield it, you're going to have to just eat up to full HP, and then you'll be on your sort of higher amount of hit points at 1,100, 200, or however many pieces you've got. Now, what's really interesting about this, and it has been confirmed, I've been asking around for my friends in game who've got some of the pieces, because healing familiars such as the Unicorn Stallion, and also pots such as the Zaradomin Brew. Now, what they do is they actually heal based on the percentage of your maximum life points. So, at the minute, say someone's maximum life points was 990, a unicorn scroll heals 148 HP. But now, if you had a full set of either Torva, Pernix, or Virtus, or even a combination, if you just wore the full set, so you had the maximum life point boost, you could heal 208 HP from a single unicorn scroll. So that's clearly a massive increase, and makes killing some of the more tame bosses compared to Nex in RuneScape, like the other God Wars bosses or something like Tormented Demons, it would make this extremely easy, as you could like really heal a lot more and your trips could last a lot longer. And as I said, this is the same with the Zaradomin Brew. You'll be healing over 200 life points per brew dose, and considering you can have 4 brew doses in one inventory slot, it's just going to significantly increase the amount of time you can spend at any boss. Now, unfortunately, for anyone that's a keen killer of the court, you will note, however, that the Pernix gear, which is the range gear, it does have negative attack bonuses for melee, and as well the mage gear does as well. This is mainly obviously to stop PKs using it as a primary sort of set of gear because it hampers their attack bonuses, but it does mean that as people currently use Carols at the minute instead of Amardial because of the negative stat bonuses, unfortunately Pernix has the same thing, and so it wouldn't be a viable option to use. So I did say there was 10 items that this boss dropped, the 10 unique items. The 10th item is the Zarite bow. Now this has been sort of had a lot of speculation over it. People have been quite excited about this bow, as JaGeX did sort of state before the release of the Frozen Door and everything. They stated that this bow would be as strong as the Chaotic crossbow, and it would hit the same amount as Dragon bolts. So this bow does have an attack bonus of plus 120. Which is the same as the Chaotic crossbow, and it has a range strength damage, I think, of 115. So it's a really quite a high sort of rate of damage that it can deal. Unfortunately, it is a bow and not a crossbow, so it is a two-handed weapon. But it could be very effective, especially just for training, because of the costs, the fact that it doesn't require any ammo. Now, with all of the 10 items, you will note that they do degrade. So if you own a chaotic item from the Dungeoneering rewards, you'll know that say if you had a chaotic rapier, for example, the most common, if you fully degrade that, it costs you 2 million coins to repair it for 10 hours of combat. Now this is the same with each of the pieces, and the same with the Zarite bow. So each of the pieces of armor and the Zarite bow, it has 100%, sort of, it goes down in 1% stages, starts off with 100%. And if you fully degraded it, it would cost you 2 mil to repair each piece, which you can do on a player-owned house, or you can do it at the Bob's Axe Shop in Lumbridge. Now, if you have a high smithing level, you can actually reduce these costs, and so for high-level smithers, it's going to be a really good thing to be able to reduce those costs. So I'm coming towards the end of this video now. I hope you've enjoyed looking at these 100 drops. There is quite a comical end to this video. The wrath effect of the next boss kind of caught me off guard, and unfortunately I did die. But that's how it goes. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed listening to this video, and please feel free to give it loads of thumbs up. If you give it enough thumbs up, I'll make sure to keep on killing necks, and I'll get some more drop videos out for you. Okay, thanks for watching.